What's going on YouTube? Geosna right here. So in today's video we're clarifying some more things related to that iBoot vulnerability from the iOS 14 security changelog, and we're talking a little bit more about the rumors about a CheckRa1n that is untethered. This video is brought to you by AnyFix, a software that allows you to repair your iOS system, and of course it can fix multiple problems. It can fix iTunes synchronization errors, enter exit recovery mode, upgrade and reset your device. Check it out in the link below. So as you probably are aware, iOS 14 was released a couple of days ago, and with it came the security content which details everything that has been patched. So if you want to know whether or not an iOS version is bad for jailbreaking, you check out this security content in here. If many kernel vulnerabilities have been patched, or if an important kernel vulnerability has been patched, then that iOS version is to be avoided for jailbreak purposes. Well, in yesterday's video we talked about this iBoot thing in here, where basically they have additional recognition and they say, quote, iBoot. We would like to acknowledge Brendan Azad of Google Project Zero for their assistance. Well, everybody thought this is going to be an iBoot exploit, because of course with iBoot and Brendan Azad being credited and stuff like that, it was pretty much confusing. So much so that Apple Terminal posted a couple of days ago this piece of news in here, in which they said that an exploit for iBoot was found by Brendan Azad of Google Project Zero, paving the way for possible untethered jailbreak for CheckRa1n users. This task will be difficult and unknown if possible, and it says in here CheckRa1n users may have an untethered exploit soon. Now, as I said in my previous video, this received a lot of backlash from AxiomX, the developer behind the exploit using CheckRa1n, because this is simply not true. They said, quote, stop doing this to us. This is deliberate misinformation created after a simple thank you to Brendan Azad in the security update. It is false. Trust me, I would know. But that's what we knew at that point. We have no idea what that iBoot vulnerability is. And in my previous video, I said that it might be a vulnerability, it might be an exploit, but it's very likely that it's not an exploit and just a bug. And it seems that I was right, because Brendan Azad posted today, quote, from A13 CheckRa1n. This isn't a security issue, since this particular B0 is only used to initialize the boot trampoline in SRAM. Even so, Apple appears to have addressed this in iBoot, hence the credit in the iOS 14 release notes. He's talking about this in here. Always worth checking hand-rolled assembly. And of course he posted a snippet of the assembly code. Now, this is Brendan Azad, the same Brendan Azad that was credited in here for the iBoot bug. And of course he stepped in today to clear out everything, probably because of the articles like this, which took the fact that he was credited for iBoot related stuff in the changelog, and of course they blown it out of proportion. So at this point we know for sure from Brendan himself that although this was a bug in the iOS 13.7, 13.6, 13.5 and stuff like that, this is not necessarily a security issue. And AxiomX, the developer behind the bootrom exploit used in the CheckRa1n Jailbreak, also posted this, quote, great find, there are actually two distinct bugs in there. This code will fail to set a chunk of memory to 0 as the programmer intended. Only hex 10 to hex 20 will be set to 0, and all other memory will remain untouched. It cannot be used for a jailbreak. This is the important part. AxiomX confirmed that the iBoot related bug that was found by Brendan Azad is not going to work for a jailbreak, making claims like the Apple Terminal ones, for example this one in here, CheckRa1n users may have an untethered exploit soon, to be completely false. So I wanted to make this video to make sure that people don't just update randomly to various iOS versions, hoping that there will be an iBoot exploit from Brendan Azad. Now if you want to make sure that you do get a jailbreak in the near future, stay on 13.7 or lower. I definitely recommend you to do that, and save your blobs for the iOS 14.0. Today Apple also seeded the iOS 14.2 beta 1 for the general public, which was of course published for the developers on September 17. So the betas for iOS 14 are still going strong, and we're going to get more iOS 14 versions in the future, so definitely save your blobs for 14.0, because it might be more vulnerable in the future and you might be able to jailbreak it, as I said, in the future. But for now, at the present moment, it's definitely better to stay on 13.7 or 13.6.1 or 13.6, 13.5.1 and stuff like that. So CheckRa1n will very likely be updated in the future to work with iOS 14, but it will very likely remain the way it is, semi-tethered. So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for watching. I really hope this video clarifies everything so that you know what iOS version you should stay on. Until the next time, peace out.